Welcome back, everyone, to Anonymous Addiction Deprogramming Podcast. I'm Bobby C, and I'll be your host for this evening. Yeah, I've been away for a while, but I'm back, and we're going to be talking about I am this God that AA talks about. Yeah, we are this God that AA talks about. I am the way. You are the way. I am the solution. I am the problem. If I look in the mirror, I can say, I am the way. I am this God that AA talks about. I'm going to get to this. God helps those who help themselves. Yeah, because the religions know that it comes from us. Motivational speakers, psychiatrists, psychologists, Alcoholics Anonymous, it works if you work it. Why do they say that? Go to a therapist for a year, pay their money every year. Every week. Works if you work it. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe it can achieve, you go there as long as you want. It's up to you. The change has to manifest from us through mentalism. Faith without works is dead. They know because you have to work it. That's why they say it works if you work it. Anything works or don't work. If you want to go to work, you get in your car, it works if you drive to the work. You do your work, you manifest it through your care, your attention, your energy, whichever you desire, devote your energy towards. Mentalism. The universe is mental. Thoughts lead to the manifestation of things and events. Thoughts create our state of existence and the quality of our experience here on earth. Therefore, be responsible for everything we create by being responsible for everything we think, do, feel, say. Comes from us, the self. The religions and Alcoholics Anonymous. Alcoholics Anonymous is a religion. Wants to take that away from us. They want us to believe that we give our will and our life over to their care. We're creating it. We're creating our program all along. They just hijacked it. They take credit for us wanting to change ourselves. So they take the credit. Alcoholics Anonymous just takes credit for people's effects to save their own lives. Placebo effect. It's all a placebo effect. Placebo effect. A beneficial effect produced by a placebo, drug, treatment, Alcoholics Anonymous, religion, going to church, sitting in a psychiatrist's room, talking to a counselor. Yeah, it works. Comes from us, though. Self-motivation, self-will, self-desire, self-care, self-help. Higher self comes from the higher self. Mentalism. Benefit affected by produced by a placebo drug treatment or treatment, which cannot be attributed to the properties of the placebo itself. We can't attribute the effect to the treatment. Therefore, be due to the patient or client's belief in the treatment. The patient, client, member, the belief comes from us. We believe it to be true, and it manifests itself. Placebo effect. There are also spontaneous remission is an unexpected improvement or cure for a so-called disease that usually progresses. Spontaneous remission, spontaneous healing, spontaneous regression. Epigenetics. Epigenetics is the study of how your behavior and environment can cause changes that affect the way your genes work. Changes alter the physical structure of our DNA. With DNA, we can manifest that change through mentalism. Why choose directing the mind? The mind ultimately directs and manifests all change in our environment for better or for worse. Whoever is directing the mind is also engineering the change. So watch who is directing the mind. When they say they want you to give your will and your life over to the care of God, AA, treatment centers, care, give our will and our life over to their care. And the care is one of the eighth hidden, it's the eighth hidden hermetic principle. I can change the Serenity prayer because I have the ability, because I know it comes from me. The Serenity prayer I grant me the serenity and courage to change the things I don't accept from my self-worth in this life, and the wisdom to know the things I cannot change, which there are things I cannot change. Truth, natural law, it just is. Truth is it just is, it's true. Universal law, natural law. My will be done, not thy will, not their will. I'm not conforming. I'm not waiting for a savior. Here in Alcoholics Anonymous, I'll just take a brief conform. The definition of conform: to act in accordance with the prevailing standards, attitudes, practices, and principles of a society or a group. I don't care if it's the government, religion, Alcoholics Anonymous, Scientology. I'm talking about for all addiction treatment, no matter what, where you want to go. You want to use harm reduction, Sinclair method. You want to use moderation management. You want to go to smart recovery. You go there. You yourself take care of yourself. You're taking care. You're putting your attention, your energy, care, something you care about. Ego. They want to take our ego, edging God out. You know how they tell you, edging God out. Self will run riot. Self. They want to create a new identity, the identity of the alcoholic or drug addict, where we are not responsible for our behaviors. We are responsible. Cause and effect. We create the cause. We have no, the effect is done. We can change the cause. You drink a bottle of booze straight down, you get in the car, that's the cause. You get in the car, create an accident, that's the effect. The consequences are DUIs in jail. Kill somebody in our California, you get life. You know, I'm just saying what it is. Me personally, I believe in an alcohol and drug-free lifestyle. That's my choice. I believe in autonomy, but I also believe do no harm to others. So you're in an addiction, a problematic addiction, and you're doing harm to others, you may not think you are. You may be in denial of what you're doing to others, family members, people in society, communities. If you're doing harm to others, it's not a right action. Autonomy is a right, but doing harm to others is not. We are responsible. They want to take the responsibility away from us, create a disease called the alcoholism or the ism. The ism. Let's see where it is here. The ism. They say alcohol is not the problem, it's the ism. That's the disease. And here it is. If you believe this, now listen. I, self, me. ISM, ism. I sponsor myself. Internal spiritual malady. Incredibly short memory. Inside me. I sabotage myself. Insecure self, me. ISM, ism. They want to take it. They want to take this self identity. I am an alcoholic. No, I'm powerful. My life is not unmanageable. People go to a meeting. How can it be unmanageable? You're getting in your car and you're driving to a meeting. Conform. I told you what conform means. It says here, all the 12 steps require sustained and personal exertion to conform. That's page 40 in the step book, to conform to their principles, and so we trust to God's will. No, free will, my will. Change the words, change all the words, change higher power, change God in the big book to I, myself, me. Ego, they want to take the ego away. Ego, healthy ego, healthy ego develops self-esteem, confidence, the ability to pursue goals, psychological well-being, and nature and balance. There's benefits to the ego. Don't crush your ego. Yeah, there's a there's another side of ego too. So we talked about placebo. We talked about God helps those who help themselves. Yet God works in mysterious ways. Esoteric. Alcoholics Anonymous is an esoteric occult. Not all cults are bad. Involved or relating to supernatural, mystical, or magical powers, hidden or secret. You know, they talked about Alcoholics Anonymous as a secret proof. You know, friend of Bill's, anonymous, esoteric, only understood by a small group of people with special knowledge, often used to describe knowledge that is only intended for people who have been initiated into a certain group. Complex, confusing, mysterious, obscure, puzzling, subtle. That's Alcoholics Anonymous 12 steps. Yeah, I've done all the 12 steps over and over, you know. Look, I came into Alcoholics Anonymous over 40 years ago. I spent over 30 years in it. I didn't get I had a sponsor, but he wasn't a sponsor. He was a friend. He came and took me to a meeting. I didn't go to a step meeting for a year. I stayed sober because I had a desire, because I wanted to. They, they, they want me like other people give credit over to Alcoholics Anonymous. Without Alcoholics Anonymous, I'd be nothing. Without God, I am nothing. I give all credit over to God, to Alcoholics Anonymous. I give myself lifetime servitude, slavery to recruit others, give my will and my life over to the care of God. Now, I am this God that AA talks about. I am the way. You are the way. We are the solution. We are the creators of our destiny. Let's see if I can pick out care. Care is very important. Cause and effect, consequences of it. We can change the causality. We cannot change the effect. It's done. It happened. The consequences, good, bad, or anything in between. The care, this is what you're giving your energy to. This is what you focused attention upon. This is what you actually care enough about to do. It's the real law of attraction. Care. Don't don't give your will and your life over to somebody else's care. No one's coming to save you. It all comes from you. It's a placebo effect. To create generative principle, natural law, your attention, your energy, your desire. That's why Alcoholics Anonymous say the only requirement for membership is a desire. It comes from you. They know it. It's been hijacked. Rockefeller, the junior, hijacked Alcoholics Anonymous from the get-go. About 2 years, 3 years after Bill kind of had the thought of it, Rockefeller created the Alcohol Foundation, created and designed the whole uh, the whole network, the whole thing. That's about it. Generative principle. Yeah, we're going to go beyond the 12-step paradigm. We have to have a paradigm shift, a fundamental change in approach or underlying assumptions. Metamorphosis, the process of transformation, a change of the form or nature of a thing or person into a completely different one by natural or supernatural means. Natural means supernatural. Yeah, well, we're supernatural because we're gods. Transformation, a dramatic change in the form of appearance, an internal shift that brings us in alignment with our higher potential. Transformation. The transformation comes from our higher self, gives us a higher potential, it's a higher vibration. Addiction is real. Yeah, we're all addicted to something, but there's problematic addictions that are creating chaos in the world. The alcohol and pharmaceutical companies, especially the alcohol industry, they get a pass on the devastating consequences that they have on society. No one looks at that because they created the disease. So it's not their fault. You drink it, you have this disease. I didn't make you addictive to this addictive poison carcinogen substance that is so socially accepted. It's a disease. Yes, and Marty Mann and the Jarniks and the Smithers, Christopher Smithers, one of the founders of IBM. They pumped in millions and millions and millions of dollars back in early 1900s. That's another whole podcast. We are this God that Alcoholics Anonymous talks about, and it is a religion, no question about it. Stay tuned for our next podcast. Sorry I haven't showed up for a while, but I'll be doing some other ones. Next time I'm going to be doing the psychological illusion of time, celebrating time, and the lifelong, perpetual, uh, lifelong recruiting and servitude into Alcoholics Anonymous for life. Peace out. Talk to you later. Let's see how I could stop this or stop.